Hey guys, G here. Welcome back to Luna Geckos. You know what? We get asked all the time, what would you buy if you only had X amount of dollars? How can I become a leopard gecko breeder? What morphs? What equipment? Well, you know what? Today, we're going to talk about what would G buy if he only had $1,000. So sit back, listen to the intro, and then we'll get into it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, we're back. So here's the question. We only have $1,000 to spend, and we want to become leopard gecko breeders. What do we do? Well, let's talk about it. First, $1,000. One. There it is. Put the rest over there. What do we need? Are we going to go spend all $1,000 on geckos? No, we can't, because we have to be able to take care of them. So let's start with the single most important thing, a contingency. What's a contingency? It's money you set aside just in case, for contingencies. So let's take a 5% contingency. That's $50 of our $1,000, and we'll set it aside. We're not spending it. It's not in our budget. First thing you need a name. What are you going to call yourself? Think about it. Are you going to breed more than just geckos? Maybe you don't want to limit yourself because you don't want to change it after many years, and then you got to start all over with marketing. How about a logo? Well, the good news, both of these things are free. Just requires you to do a little bit of work. Then you want to set up social media because you have to start to build awareness. People don't know you. How are they going to buy from you? Consider your platforms. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. How about YouTube? Well, that's up to you to figure out, but it's free. It's all free. Check out our Luna Live, Marketing 101. You'll get some good tips there. What's our breeding group going to look like? We're going to plan for 3 animals. We're going to plan for 1 male and 2 females. And we need to be able to house them. Plus, we need to be able to plan for babies and future holdbacks. What are we going to need? Equipment and quality equipment. Sure, you can go cheap. You can try to build your own. You can buy tubs, heat pads. But you know what? Let's make an investment for the future and buy something that's going to last for a long time. If you watch The Room Where It Happens, a tour of our gecko room here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, you'll see that we use Bavarium Electronics VE6 racks. They're about $250 or so, but they make a VE6 economy rack that you can get for $199.99. What else are you going to need? You're going to need 1 VE108 23-quart tub. That's for the male. It's $9. You're going to need 2 VE108 11-quart tubs. They're $10. That's for the 2 adult females. And you're going to need 12 VE108 8-quart tubs for $48. That's where we're going to put the hatchlings. Also, we're going to save a little money because the rack is going to be maintained at a temperature. We're going to incubate in sealed deli cups with moist perlite like we showed you in how to incubate gecko eggs Luna style. But we got to maintain the temperature. How are we going to do it? We need a thermostat. And a quality thermostat. We're going to go with the VE200 thermostat. You know what? It's $119.99. You could save a little bit of money and go with the VE100, but the 100 doesn't have proportional heating. The 200 does. What I like about proportional heating is it pulses. So it's not just on or off. When it's within a certain temperature range, it pulses on and off. So it maintains that temperature really well. So what's our total? We have a VE6 economy rack, $199.99, 1 VE108 23-quart tub, $9, 2 VE108 11-quart tubs, $10, 12 VE108 8-quart tubs, $48, plus the VE200 thermostat for $119.99 for a grand total of $386.98. And we get free shipping. Okay, we've now spent $387 of our $950. I know it was $1,000, but remember, we set aside $50 for just in case. What's next? Well, let's plan on food. Let's assume we're going to get 3 geckos, 3 adult or close to adult geckos. We're going to have to feed them, and we're going to have to feed the babies. Plus, we're going to have to buy some supplies. Things like vitamins, calcium, maybe tweezers, food, water, and calcium dishes. Although you may not have to buy these. A lot of this stuff you can find around the house. You can use a bottle cap or takeout containers. You're going to need hide boxes that double as lay boxes. Now for the male, you can use takeout boxes that you cut a hole in, or other items that you have laying around the house. These Ziploc containers, pretty affordable. Check out our video on how we set up our tubs for adults and babies. It'll make more sense. You're going to need some substrate to go in the lay boxes, and you're going to need some perlite and containers to incubate your eggs. So what's the total? We're going to have to feed 3 adult geckos, plus, let's say on average, both of the females give us 6 hatchlings. That's 12 hatchlings. So 15 geckos you're going to have to feed. That's going to be about 3,000 mealworms for the first 6 months. Because remember, in the beginning, you only have the 3 breeders. Then, as the babies start to hatch, you're probably going to have to do about 5,000 more mealworms. You can get 3,000 mealworms for $14.25 at Rainbow Mealworms and 5,000 mealworms for $20. The good thing about mealworms, like we showed you in our Bug Day video, you can divide them up into deli cups and keep them in the refrigerator, and they'll last for months. So 8,000 mealworms for the year is going to cost $34.25. Let's throw in another $25.75 for estimated shipping and taxes. That's a grand total of $60 for food. Let's throw in $20 for the calcium and the vitamins. That brings us to $80. And let's just say, to make our numbers nice and round, another $33.02 for miscellaneous things. Whether that be bowls, cups, tweezers, cocoa fiber, perlite, things that we're going to need along the way. That grand total is $113.02. Add that to our $386.98 for the rack, the thermostat, and the tubs. Well, there you go. So 500 gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta do it. Need the stuff. What's left? $450. We gotta buy geckos. What are we gonna get? Well, you know what? Everybody will tell you, work with what you like. But we have a limited budget. We only have $450. So if you like Black Knights, you're not getting a 1-2 group of Black Knights for $450. Not quality ones anyway. If you love tangerines, it's going to be tough. White and yellows, maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example of what I would buy. Doesn't mean you have to buy this. You can do something similar. Do your research. Study, learn. Check out Morph Market, talk to breeders, go to reptile shows, figure out what you want to start with, and if you can afford it with your $450. I like variety. You're only going to have 3 geckos for season 1. So if you bought 3 Tremper albinos, you're only going to produce Tremper albinos. Pretty boring, right? But if you mix it up a little bit, you can get a variety of geckos, and you can look bigger than you really are. I'm going to recommend variety. How do we get that variety? We're going to get popular genetics, which will help us sell the babies, and we're going to use hets, which tend to be a little bit more affordable than visuals. Let's start with a quality male. We're going to do a Tremper project, and we're going to work Max Snow, and we're going to work Eclipse, and throw in a little white and yellow. How about a boy like Thomas? You remember Thomas from Meet the Boys. Thomas is a white and yellow Max Snow Eclipse 100% het Tremper. You can probably pick a boy similar to Thomas up for, let's say, $200. Uh-oh. There goes $200. Only $250 left. Now what? We still need 2 females. Maybe a girl like Miss TT, who you met in Meet the Girls. She's a Max Snow Tangerine Tremper, 100% het Eclipse. If you look around and do your homework, talk to breeders, you could probably pick a gecko like this up for, I don't know, let's say $125 to $150. What's left? We need another female. Probably going to have to get a Max Snow Eclipse het Tremper, or if we get lucky, maybe we can get a Tremper Max Snow het Eclipse or Visual Eclipse. You're just going to have to look around, but you could pick one of these up for somewhere around $100, $125. So there it goes, $125 to $150 and $100 to $125 for the 2 females. Our budget's gone. But what are we going to get? We're going to get some exciting offspring from this group. We're going to produce Max Snows, Super Snows, Universes, Trempers, white and yellow Max Snow, white and yellow Trempers, Normals, some Eclipse, some Het Eclipse, some Het Tremper. There's going to be some variety. And let's say on average that each female produces 6 babies. That's 12 babies. We're going to want to hold back 3 of them for next season because we want to grow. So you hold back the best male and 2 more females, and guess what? Now you have 2 breeding groups, and most importantly, a backup male. Just in case, you never know, you don't want all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. What do you do with the other 9 babies? Well, you're gonna sell them. You're kind of new, you don't really have a reputation yet, people aren't quite sure who you are and what you produce. It's gonna take a little bit of time to build that up. Let's just say on average, you get $120, $125 a gecko. Some of the cooler ones, maybe the Super Snows or the white and yellows, you might get a little more, $150, $200. Some of the normals, you might get $60, $70, maybe $80. And a bunch of them, right around $100. 9 times 125, that's $1,125 year 1, after your expenses. Plus, if you didn't spend your $50 contingency, you have $1,175. And 2 breeding groups now. What are you going to do with your $1,175? Well, we're still going to keep a contingency. So let's take $175 of it and set it aside. Because we got to feed geckos. Now we got to feed 6 of them, not 3 of them. And in year 2, you're not going to have 12 babies. You're going to have somewhere between 25 and 30 babies. We're going to spend a little more money on food. And we now have to spend another $400 on a second rack and thermostat. Might be time to sell the old thermostat and upgrade to a 300 X2 that has 2 zones and will heat both of your racks. Now in year 2, let's say you produce 25 babies and people know you more now. They're happy. You have repeat customers. You've built a little bit of a reputation. Let's say you sell your 25 babies for $150 a piece. That's $3,750. You're rolling now, baby. Always wanted to do that. So you keep doing it year after year after year. Your collection grows, you bring in new genetics, you make friends, you do trades, and before you know it, you're not small anymore. I hope this video helped. If you liked it, please like it, please share it, please comment below, and above all, hit that subscribe button and ring that notify bell so you don't miss content like this. But you know what you'll never miss? Sunday. That's right. Every Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Luna Gecko's channel, new episode. And I would tell you about our merch, but you're on a budget. Don't spend your contingency until year 3. So until Sunday, I'm G. We're Luna Geckos. See ya.
It sound right, boy.